Hey guys, it's Tiandra here. We're back with another video. If you read the title of this video, today we are doing another TBR prompts jar picks what I am going to be reading for the month of December. I last did one for the month of October and I really liked the outcome and how the video was put together. It's very fun to actually sit here, think about the prompts you want to put into your jar, and then film these videos for you guys. I added something to my jar from last time. It's like a little 3D sticker that I have. I added way more prompts. I did throw out the other ones. I did not put those back in here. I would like for all of my TBRs to be a little original, not to try and do the same prompts every video, you know what I'm saying? I sit around, I literally do my research. I watch other book creators and I'm like, what do they have in their TBR jar? So I get ideas from like other things, look up lists online, or I just come up with things off the top of my head and just write it down on paper and make it a prompt. But this is what we got here today. And before we get into that, did I read every book that I picked out for my TBR jar from October? I will put down below if you want to watch that video. You don't have to, but if you wanted to get ideas of books that you could read or TBR prompts for your jar. I did not read some of the books from what I picked for October. The reason why was because I ended up reading a series. It was Anna Huang's If Love series. Listen. When I begin a series, I have to finish the series. I'm not one of those people that can read a standalone book and then begin a series and then, no. I can't. I just can't do it. I can't do it. So I finished the series. And I did read the entire series. It was 4 books. I read Behind the Closed Doors, and then I finished the Anna Huang series. So that's out of the way. And let's see what we get today. Okay, so we got our little TBR prompt jar here. And by the way, I'm going to be picking 5 books because now that I know what to expect and what I could read a book a week. So I'm just going to pick 5 books to literally, give myself a little bit more books just in case I do fly through a book in a day. I'm a huge mood reader. I can go from reading 1 book to 2 books in a day or staying on a book for 1 to 3 weeks. So it just depends how good the book is and how I'm feeling. Let's get started. I'm first gonna pick out the prompts and then I'm gonna go to my bookshelf behind me and pick out the books according to the prompts that we picked. So, prompt numero 1. The first one says, low star prediction. This one says, book from the top of the shelf. Okay. A book with a 2-worded title. 2 more. With a map on the first few pages. This one is very new for me. If you guys know anything about the type of books I read murder mystery, I read thriller, dark romance, spicy romance, but fantasy, I don't read fantasy. And I do have a couple fantasy books on my shelf that were gifted to me. I have yet to crack them open because I'm just not a fantasy reader. But I did hear that some fantasy books be having some dark romance in it. So, you never know. A lot of my book friends, they definitely tell me, take a walk to the fantasy world. They tell me. So, this is a new prompt for me. We'll see if I can get through a fantasy book. We'll see. Okay, last but not least, an orange cover book. So the first book that we're going to be looking for is Low Star Prediction. Say I'll pick this one. The only reason why I will pick this one is because it just looks like it's from a genre. I don't even know what genre belongs to. I haven't read the back of the book, but it just doesn't look like something I would read. I don't know if it's romance. I don't know if I don't know. It just doesn't look like anything I would read. So I'm guessing. I don't know. But this is what we're going to pick for the Low Star Prediction. Because I may not even like the storyline. And it all depends on what I like. So we're going to pick this one. The next one is, we're picking a book off my top shelf. I've read all of these. So I guess we're gonna have to go with one of these. So off the top of my shelf, an Apollo book, a book with a 2-worded title. Okay, these are the 3 books that I currently have that have 2-worded titles. The project, this was also a part of my other TBR for October. I didn't crack it open because, like I said, I decided to finish the series. I don't think I'm in a rush to read that one, so not picking it. This is a really rough decision. Really rough decision for me because I got this as soon as it came out, and I love Frida McFadden. Yes, a lot of people hate Colleen Hoover. I'm just not one of those people. I think she's a great author, and I'm going to read all her books. And you guys will see more of her on my shelves. I understand, and I said this in my last video. I understand what she did. I get it. Do I support it? Not at all. Not at all. But she's a great author. So, let's see. I can't. So we're going to do one of these. And I could still feel which is which. So I don't even know. I don't even know. All right, we're going to go with this one. I really wanted to read this one. But okay, I'll read this one because this one has been on my shelf for the longest. The next prompt was to picking a book with a map on the front page. As I said, I do not have many fantasy books or books with maps on the front page. This is a new series that my grandmother just got me. And it just so happens that, yes, on the first page, right here, there is a map. Last prompt, a book with an orange cover. Let's see. I don't know. I mean, I don't think it has to be completely orange. Well, this is the only thing that I have here with orange. Well, yeah, no, that's just the side. That's just the margin. So, yep, before I let go. I've been wanting to read this book for the longest time, so I'm actually pretty happy with these prompts. But yeah, so now let's just go over the books that I picked. Okay, so here is the 5 books that I ended up choosing. We're gonna go over them right now. So this one is the one that I picked for the orange cover. And this one is about their love was supposed to last forever. But when life delivered blow after devastating blow, Yasmin and Josiah Wade found that love alone couldn't solve or save anything. It couldn't save their marriage. Yasmin wasn't prepared for how her life fell apart, but she finally started to find joy again. She and Josiah have found a new rhythm, co-parenting their 2 kids and running a thriving business together. Yet, like magnets, they're always drawn back to each other. And now they're beginning to wonder if they're truly ready to let go of everything they once had. Soon, one stolen kiss leads to another, and then more. It's hot. It's illicit. It's all good until old wounds reopen. Is it too late for them to find forever? Or could they even be better the second time around? So, okay, I see what type of book this is. Okay, little romance, broken romance, romance again. Okay, I think I like this before I let go. I heard this is a really good book. I heard it off of TikTok. I've heard it from other friends, so I'm kind of excited to read this. So yes, this was for the orange cover prompt. This is the book I picked for having a map on its first page. There's another map as well. So let's see what this is about because I know it's fantasy. Yep, Theodosia was 6 when her country was invaded and her mother, the Fire Queen, was murdered before her eyes. On that day, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know these fantasy words. Or maybe I'm just dyslexic and can't read. The Kaiser took Theodosia's family, her land, and her name. Theo was crowned as Ash Princess, a title of shame to wear in her new life as a prisoner. For 10 years, Theo has been a captive in her own palace. Then one night, the Kaiser forces her to do the unthinkable. With blood on her hands and all hope of reclaiming her throne lost, she realizes that surviving is no longer enough. She does have a weapon. Her mind is sharper than any sword. For 10 years, the Ash Princess has seen her land pillaged and her people enslaved. That all ends here, because power isn't always won on the battlefield. Seems very interesting. Seems very interesting. I will say that. Seems interesting. Maybe my grandma got good taste in books. Okay, so I said that I was going to pick this one, but I'm actually going to go with The Boyfriend. And the reason why is because I definitely featured this book in my last TBR one. And it's just like, I don't want anything to be repetitive. I also wanted to read this book more than this one. So we're going to go with The Boyfriend. So I'm going to put this to the side because we're going to put that right back on my shelf. I'll read it another time. But this one is about Sydney Shaw. Like every woman in New York has terrible luck with dating. She's seen it all. Whoa. Whoa. I do not have terrible luck with dating. Okay. There's really good men out here because I got my baby boy. But I mean, I'm guessing she means New York City because yeah, the city is critical to find love. It definitely is. But anyways, let's get back to what I was saying. She's seen it all. Men who lie on their dating profile, men who stick with their dinner bill, and worst of all, men who can't shut up about their mothers. Definitely. But finally, she hits the jackpot. Her new boyfriend is utterly perfect. He's charming, handsome, and works as a doctor at a local hospital. Sydney is swept off her feet. Then the brutal murder of a young woman, the latest in a string of deaths across the East Coast, confounds police. The primary suspect? A mystery man who dates his victims before he kills them. Sydney should feel safe. After all, she is dating the man of her dreams. But she can't shake off her own suspicions that the perfect man may not be as perfect as he seems. Someone is watching her every move. And if she doesn't get the truth, she'll be the killer's next victim. Yeah. I'm glad. Yeah, I'm glad that, yeah. I feel like that will be a better book than this one. And yeah, we're going to put that back. Next, a book that was picked off of my top shelf. I don't want to read this, but it was on my top shelf. Okay, well, this book specifically doesn't have anything on the back for me to let you know what the book is about. But I kind of know what would be in it as if it relates to any of the movies that I've seen that have anything to do with what goes on. Then maybe I do have an idea, but again, I can't guess. And I am a lost puppy dog when it comes to fantasy. So I don't know what to be expecting out of this, but yeah, I have nothing to say about this. It's hopefully I get to it, honestly. And then a book that I think would be a really low star rating. So let's read the back of this. From the blood I rose, brick by brick. I was built with tired hands that deserved rest. You black, beautiful woman, never broken. I prayed for you to thrive and watch with pride when you did. I wanted to touch your shoulder and whisper my pride into your ear, but I could not. So I showed myself in quiet ways. But yesterday, a white woman's scream swung the atmosphere so far that I could not catch it. Her scream lit an already angry brew, fueling and feeding a starving mob whose hunger was not for food. Her scream echoed through newspapers and living rooms and up and down sidewalks until today, the 31st day of May, in a hopeful year of 1921, when the brew was overflowed. I don't like the fact that I put this as it would be a low rating because I also said that I wanted to get into reading more books about Black young girls and Hispanic young girls because that is what I am. So I was editing the video and I see that, I don't know what happened to my outro, but I was talking about this book. And in all honesty, I didn't pick it on the basis of, because I just looked at the cover and assumed that it would be a low star read. I just picked it because it just looks different from all the other books that I read. And as I said, I definitely want to get into reading more books that Latino and Black authors make. So I just picked it because I looked at it and I was like, it doesn't look like something I would read. So don't take offense to me picking a book. The only book probably on my shelves that is written by or has a Black girl or is a story about a Black girl. Okay? Do not take offense because I'm Black. All right, let's not go there. I'm not one of those girls that denies any of her Blackness or her Latinx. Absolutely not. Okay, I just had to make that clear. But I am excited to read this book, and I hope that it definitely does change my view on what I thought. So let's see if it proves me wrong. Okay, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time.